the mental toughness aspect of it when you watch a player. Because I see players that got a good build, they look the part on the field, physical and everything, but the mental part, they can go 0 for 4 and the kid can handle it well at first. But you got some kids that look the part that can't handle going 0 for 4 and just total lose. So how do you judge the mental aspect of it? The toughness, if you want to bring that player on your program.
So, and you could see that stuff during the game. If a guy, slams his helmet or slams his bat or curses coming back to the dugout, you could see that stuff as you're watching the game, and you try to stay away from those guys for the most part if they're, showing themselves. But we do tend to try to stay away from guys that are, from a, like, I don't want to say mentally weak, but just not tough, if that makes sense. Because where we are, I mean, Cullowhee, it's it gets a little chilly, and we have beautiful facilities, but it's all outdoors. To where if you're not willing to practice in the cold, then this isn't a good fit for you. So I'd say we rely mostly on the summer ball or high school coach when it comes to that stuff, because they're in the dugout. Coach Holiday was telling me, Tom Holiday, when I was in Chatham, he was telling me a story about and who's the guy from Vandy that pitched in the big league that's from Texas drafted, Leiter. Okay, so this is something I've done ever since I started recruiting. Is what he was telling me is that they hired a pro, since he was such a big pick. They hired a pro scout to sit in right field at Vanderbilt games with binoculars, and his whole job was to have binoculars and watch what Jack Leiter did when he didn't pitch, to see what type of teammate he was, to see how he interacted with his teammates. You're spending all that money and investing in someone. You gotta do your homework when it comes to that stuff. So that's what I like to do too. I obviously have to watch the game, but if I'm only there to watch one kid, I try to look in the dugout when he's, if he's standing off by himself the whole game, it's just kind of a red flag. If he's chalking it up with his teammates and high-fiving him if one of his teammates do good, like, those are green flags. Those are things we look for.